If you've ever found yourself at a crossroads in life, wondering how to make the most of the time that you've got left, then stick with me for the next few minutes because we're about to go deep. In today's video, I'm sharing what happened when I hit that point when I turned 50 and how it completely shifted the way I approach life. Hey sis, welcome to my channel. My name is Quinn Brewington and I created this space for women over 40 who are asking what now, what next, and what else? A few years ago, I found myself in a job that I didn't have a lot of experience doing. At that time, everything I knew was nearly 30 years old. I felt like a dinosaur. I was unsure of how to stay relevant or how to create momentum in my life. So I decided to go back to school for my master's degree. And somewhere along the way, I had an aha moment. Instead of climbing the corporate ladder, I realized it was time to build my own. And I took my 30 years of leadership, mentorship, and strategic communications experience and transformed it into something a little bit more valuable, an online business helping women over 40 leverage their knowledge and experience to create a more fulfilling, financially free second act. I know it might sound a little heavy to ask, how do I make the most of the life that I have left? But trust me, it's not about being morbid. It's actually one of the most freeing questions that you can ask yourself. Why? Because living your best life isn't about doing more or cramming as much as possible into every second of the day. It's about figuring out what you really want and creating a life that aligns with that. Here's the thing. When you invest the time and effort on the front end to really understand what you want, the results will be so much more fulfilling in the long run. But it's not about quick fixes, and it's definitely not about the short term. It's about long-term sustainable growth, whether you're talking about your health, your career, or your personal fulfillment. Once you figure out what you want, you have to shift your thinking from short term, how do I lose weight in 30 days, to long term, how do I create a healthier, stronger, more functionally fit body? Put it this way, have you ever thought about the fact that there are literally thousands of options to help you lose 10 pounds in 30 days? But how many of those methods actually help you stay healthy and fit for life? The same applies to anything in your life. When you focus on long-term results, your options may narrow, but that clarity is actually what sets you up for lasting success. You've got to be patient with yourself though. Again, it's not about how quickly you can get to your results. It's about dedicating thought and purposeful action to the process from the beginning to the end. Think of it like you're planting a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, you never expect the tree to bear fruit the next day, would you? No, of course not. The benefits of planting the seed aren't immediate, but with watering, tilling that soil, and nurturing, slowly the tree starts to grow and bear fruit. So as long as you continue to do that, it's going to continue to grow. It's not about quick hits here. It's about giving your tree time to grow and produce something that's sustainable for a lifetime. Just before I turned 50, I felt like I had hit a major crossroads. I knew I wanted more out of this life, but I didn't quite know what that more meant. I've always been driven, right? I've always had a lot of passions and interests, but I started realizing that my time and my energy, they're not infinite. So I decided I wanted to use the rest of my life to educate and inspire other women like me, other women over 40, but it wasn't a straightforward kind of process. At first, I found myself looking at other successful women, and I started comparing myself, trying to do what they were doing because I wanted those same results, but I wanted them quick. But the more I chased after what they were doing, the more I realized it really wasn't working for me. I was stuck in a short-term mindset trying to build my platform as fast as possible. I was caught up in what other people were doing But then something clicked. I realized I had stopped looking at other people and I had to start focusing on what I really wanted long term. It wasn't about getting more Instagram followers in a month. It was about building something meaningful, something that aligned with my passions and something that would really last for a lifetime. So I had to shift my mindset. I had to start thinking, how much time and attention do I need to put in to get what I really want? Just like with working out at the gym, the results are not going to be immediate. With consistency, you can start to see growth, and that mindset shift is everything. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Living a more satisfying life starts with clarity, figuring out what you really want. When you know that, you can make decisions that are aligned with your long-term goals, not just your immediate wants, right? This doesn't just apply to your career, it applies to every aspect of your life. If you're trying to juggle multiple interests and passions, so maybe you're a writer, a podcaster, a full-time employee, and a baker on the side, that's great. But here's the thing, using that tree example from before, the more seeds that you plant, the more you have to water. And if you don't focus on a few of those seeds, then you're going to end up killing them all because you're not paying them attention. So ask yourself, what do you really want? Think about what makes you light up. What's going to bring you the joy and fulfillment that you want in the long run? When you narrow your focus, it doesn't mean that you're saying no to everything else. It just means that you're saying not right now. You cannot be great at everything at once. But when you focus on one thing, you'll be amazed at how much you can grow. Remember, success isn't about quick wins. It's about figuring out what's meaningful to you and sticking with it. Jordan Peterson said it perfectly in his book, 12 Rules for Life. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. So stop cutting corners because you didn't come this far just to come this far. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next video.